Um, okay, hi everyone. So was it Saturday today, I think. Just trying to think what I really want to say. This week's been a pretty up and down week for me. I had a few good things happen, so it's not all been bad, but I've had some bad news as such, and I'm going to probably go into a bit of detail on that. Something that I'd never ever dream of talking about on my other channel, because I never want to bring this particular subject up on there because it's something I really want to put in my past and never have to address again. But I'm kind of forced to continuously do so. Now, I don't know really how to even talk about this, but obviously, I'm guessing a lot of you are probably aware that I've gone through quite a lot of stuff, and one thing and another. Yeah, it's basically I've been trying to. I'm not going to go into all the details, but essentially, I've been trying to get a procedure done to change my voice. I've been trying to get this done for like 5 years. It was all going sort of fairly smoothly into plan for the first 2 of those 5 years. I and then so I went to the point where I had various consultations with surgeons about this. I'd had camera up my nose to look down my throat to make sure there weren't going to be any complications. I was put on the waiting list. And that's around about there where it all seemed to have gone wrong for me, really. Basically, everything just went quiet. And I can't really fathom out exactly how it went from something that could definitely happen, that wasn't going to be a problem, to being. I'm just going to shut this curtain because it looks really white. Like, it's just too dark now. It sort of went from. Sorry, it was distracted me. So it went from. Just from my train of thought. So it went from everything was going to go ahead with this, and then all of a sudden nothing. And it took me various phone calls to different people, and I don't know, I chased it around for like what seemed like forever and a day. And eventually it all sort of came to a dead end. And I've spent the last 3 years basically trying to fight to get this procedure done. At the end of the day, it was offered to me, it was promised to me, and they just didn't deliver. And I don't see what if you're not going to deliver it, don't offer it in the first place, because it's done me so much harm. The fact that they offered it. So anyway, I spent years trying to figure this one out, or how to go get this done, and basically it's like around about this time last year, like a funding request was put in by my GP, and eventually, after going through all sorts of nonsense, apparently I'm not unique enough to meet the criteria for them to do that. When I moved to where I am now, I registered with a new GP, started chatting to them about it. They sort of made a few inquiries with people, and they seem to have found someone. But then this week they've come along and said that that there's something they aren't going to do or can't do for whatever reason they have. Right now, without it, to be quite honest, I don't really want to be here. If I can't get this done, I'm done, because I've had enough of living like this. I've had enough of having to put up with being like this. I really hate being like this. It's what destroys me on a daily basis, and I just can't cope with it. It's like, you can find things to distract yourself and keep yourself occupied and going along, but it doesn't last, because there's always something that snaps you back to the reality of what life is, and it's shite, to be blunt about it. It's like, the answer, or something that it ain't going to cure every problem I have, I know, but it's going to make a huge difference to me, and it's there and it's available and it's possible, but they just won't do it. And I'll guarantee, I'll put money on it, about how badly I've struggled over the last 3 or 4 years or something, or let's just say the last 3 years of fighting this, and the damage is done, and how many times I've been to A&E, and how many times an ambulance has been out to me, and a fire brigade because I tried to start a fire in this boat to kill myself, and things like that. They'd have spent the money over again. And so why the hell is it such a hard task for them to actually just help me? I just want to be better, and I want the help, and there is no help, and I'm never going to get this thing done. And to make it, I haven't got a clue what the hell to do. It's like, I know I sit in a better position than most people out there do, but my life is just damn empty. I sit on this boat. All I have is this boat, realistically. I don't have anybody close. I don't have anybody that truly understands everything that I'm going through. I don't have anybody that really gets what's going on in my head. And I'm on my own. And it's all loads of people say, just, oh, send me a message, call me, talk to me. But the reality of all that is if I tell them everything that's going on, every time I need to tell someone what's going on, they'll just get so fed up with talking to me. They'll have they just get to the point of ignoring you or just giving you like little one-word answers. You can tell that they just don't want anything more to do with me, really. They've had enough of hearing the same thing. They've had enough of just hearing me miserable all the damn time. And to be quite honest, I've had enough of hearing me miserable all the damn time. I just want things to be better. I want to be normal. And I'm never going to get that. And I have no idea what the hell to do. So yeah, I'm just trying to think what to do next, really. It's like, it's not many people that realise that I did try to do myself in January. I'm glad my parents don't watch this channel, and if ever I found out that they were, I'll just delete it, because I want it somewhere where I can say things to nobody or anybody who doesn't really know me that well. Just because I don't want my parents to know. But yeah, it was the beginning of January. I basically it was right late at night. I spent the entire day trying to talk to people. I tried to call the mental health team, but they weren't listening. I tried the Samaritans twice. I tried 111 2 or 3 times, but nobody really, you go around the loop, you get somebody and they just don't really do anything. It ended up getting to the point where in trying to talk to someone, I just trying to think what it was. I tried to talk to someone, and eventually they just wound me up even more, to the point where I took all the coal out of the fire on my boat, put it in the bucket that I usually use to move the ash outside and let it cool down. And I just sat it there, and I was in the boat for hours. The carbon monoxide alarm was going nuts. I think it was getting readings in near enough 500. And, I ended up just taking the batteries out just to shut it up. Eventually, somebody who had called earlier on phoned up, and I don't know, I must have said something that made them, I can't remember the conversation if I'm honest, but basically they sent literally the whole bloody works out to me. And I was in hospital for the night. I was on oxygen because of the amount of carbon monoxide I breathed in, and I had some wishy-washy, crappy mental health assessment that just sent me back home. Or and the only way I could get back from the hospital to my boat was on the train. And I genuinely sat there thinking, I want to jump in front of it rather than get on it. And to be quite honest, how I am, I really couldn't care less whether I see tomorrow or not, because what do I have? What have I got? What is left for me? Because I'm never going to be able to live a normal life. I'm never going to be able to cope with things. I'm never going to get the help and the things that I need to be able to sort of manage better. I'm never going to be anything other than a person on my own on this boat. And that's the reality. And if something happened to this boat, I'm done instantly. And I just don't know what to do, because what is there? What have I got? What's left? Why am I even bothering to hang around for till tomorrow? Because at the end of the day, I have nothing left. All these people who could have helped me, who should have helped me along the way, and I'm not talking about people who just know me. I'm talking about these professional people whose job it is to do this. They just don't give a slightest crap. I've tried to be seen by a different mental health team because they simply are not. I've been under their care since August, when I moved to this sort of rough area, and they've done absolutely nothing in that time. And you can't just be seen by somebody else, because you're not. You can only be seen by the people in your area, because they might need to come out to see you. It's like hell they're ever going to come out to see me, because at the end of the day, I can't even go and see them. They're never ever going to come to see me. So yeah. So just reading. I know that you want to help, but it's not the fact of that. And I know probably a lot of people want to help, but the sad fact of this is the people who want to help and the people who can help are two different people. And the people who want to help can't influence those people, and the people who can help don't really give the slightest crap about me. That's the cut of where I sit, because let's face it, the mental health teams treat me like I'm a goddamn idiot, and I am, one thing for sure, is not a bloody idiot. It's like they tell you that this is what that it's like this, and you go, is that okay? And I refuse to say it's okay, because it's not okay. So they don't hang up the phone. So you just go through it all again, and then I'm trying to think of how to word this, but so you keep talking to these same people, and I'll speak to you, yeah. And you're right. I don't know what you can do, but what I do know is that I know exactly what I need, and I know exactly where my problems are, and I know I can't do it. I'll just tell you what they are. Basically, what I realistically need to be actually someone who can cope with life. And I've been talking to Mark, and I've phoned Mark. He's an absolutely great bloke, is Mark. But the reality of it is what I need is this procedure for once and for all to be done. There was a set of things that they promised me at the start of what went on 6 years ago, and that was the only thing that hasn't. That is the only thing that hasn't made a difference. Oh, sorry, I'm not even. I'm confused. Sorry, that was the only thing. I can't think. Anyway, I need that, because I just do. It's the only thing that was left off the list that hasn't been done. and I need it because the amount of looks, the way that people judge me, the things that how I'm not even given a chance, I'm sick of it. And I know the majority of people are decent and that, but just because the majority are doesn't mean to say that those few that aren't don't speak so damn loudly about it. It's about chances for things, the opportunity's there. You know, it's just hard. Um, on top of that, I struggle massively, and I've heard talked about I've talked about this with Mark actually, which is I struggle when it comes to decisions. I I can't make decisions. You know, I I beat myself up over the simplest things, and it's really hard to explain. But I could talk through with you or Mark or anybody else a thing that I need to decide on, and I can come with a perfectly rational and sensible thing that I should do about this problem. But I have a set procedure of what I have to go through in my head to make that decision something that I can put into an action. And until I've done that, it ain't happening. So even though I've gone through everything with you or Mark or whoever and come up with a perfectly good answer and solution to the problem I've got, I'll go away 15 minutes later, I'll just start beating myself up again over that same problem because I haven't done it in the way that I have to do it. And I have absolutely no idea how the hell to change that. I can't just do it. I don't know why. I just simply can't. And it's not as simple as it doesn't happen. And then the last thing that I probably realistically need is someone to help me to deal with all the crap that I've gone through over the last 5 years or 4 years or whatever. However many, I don't even know how long it's been that I've been struggling like this. But I need some help to go through all that stuff to finally, once and for all, put it right so that I can cope. Because I've gone through all this stuff. If they'd have just helped me with these things when I first started asking, that last thing I wouldn't even need. The only reason I even need that is because I've been left to my own thing to, I say cope, but realistically I haven't. I couldn't even tell you how many times I've thought about killing myself or gone somewhere to do something or got to the point where it's now or not and not done it, obviously because I still sit here. But the thoughts about doing something, how strong I feel about it, is damn strong. But I don't have whatever the hell it is that people have who can jump in front of trains, cars, lorries, off bridges, because I've been to them and I know I can't do it. I just can't. I don't. Whatever that final thing is that give you that shove over the edge, just isn't there within me. It's never going to happen. I just can't do it. Anyway, I said to him yesterday, I'll talk to Mark. I haven't got a clue if I'm the only person like this or not. I don't know, because I know that everybody has some. And let's face it, even if I tick those 3 things off my list, I've still got a sea of problems. Like, let's be honest, I'm unemployed. I've got no job. I've got no idea where the hell I'm even going to find a job right now. That isn't even on the radar of problems, and that's a massive problem. The fact that I live on this boat looks fine. Everything on it functions, but the hull's as thin and there's nothing that it scares the hell out of me every damn day that I live on this thing. And I know I haven't got the money to fix that either. And to be quite honest, it's just too damn small for me. There's a list a mile long of problems. It's not about not having problems, because like that's what life is. It's like I'll find a job, I'll eventually earn the money to fix this boat. I'll hopefully upgrade to a bigger one. But there's the problems that they'll just get dealt with. Like the boat, it still floats at the minute. It'll, and reality is probably nowhere near as bad as I think it is. I, I'll, I'll, I'll cope. It'll get fixed, or just trade it up for a bigger boat, because realistically, I want something a bit bigger, just because there's just not enough space in here for me to do what I want to be doing. And I'm just trying to think what it is. I don't know. I just need, those things I can sort out, because the reality of it is those sort of things are fixable. There's the stuff that I can't fix, like I can't make somebody do a surgical procedure on me when they won't, because I have absolutely no idea how the hell to get round that one. I can't fix the way that I think and decide things, because I've tried doing things differently. I've tried listening to other people's advice. It just doesn't work. And as for coping and how to get over this, well, I'm not over. The stuff's not stopped yet, so I can't get over it. Those three things are completely impassable barriers to me, and I have absolutely no way of getting beyond them. Whereas other things like the boat, the size of the boat, jobs, all that kind of thing, realistically speaking, I can deal with those. It's like I don't have the tools to deal with the other jobs, but I do with these. And the ones that I have no way of dealing with, it is not about the baggage. It's about, do I have the means to do anything about it or cope with it? And the fact of it is, there's a sea of issues that I have, and a lot of them I can cope with. Some of them are massively hard to cope with or deal with, or do anything about. But I don't know. Is this really? I don't know that any better or not. Anyway. Well, that's the thing. I've got work is one thing, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, work's work. It comes and goes. It's the least important thing in your life. Because work's just work. It's it's like, as like my mum used to say 2 years ago. She probably would still now, come to that matter. At the end of the day, other, like your family and that, are more important than work. So if work ever, if work, no matter what job I'm ever doing, expects me to put them before my family or people that mean a lot to me, they can kiss my because I know where my priorities sit with that. And let's face it, a job's a job. There's loads of jobs out there. It's just, at the moment, it's bloody hard to find one, because let's face it, half the stuff's shut, isn't it? So, but I'm not in a dire place yet, and with that, and it's on the back of my mind as a problem, but I'm not. It's the other things. It's the, how do you make these professionals actually provide you with some help? How do you do all this? How do you cope? How do you keep things just going? And I know a little bit about you and the sort of issues you have in your life, and I know that must be difficult for you. I'm just looking at the laptop battery, and I'm going to have to stop this because it's to the point where it'll probably just cut out on me in a minute or two. And I'm using the charger on my other laptop that I use for watching TV on. So, yeah. So I just, I know that your life's pretty difficult, and from the things that I do know about you, but it's like I say, I've hardly done anything on my channel about the boat, and I've done a lot of things on the boat as well lately. My heart's not in anything really at the moment, and it's just, I've got loads of great ideas for it, but it's just actually taking that step and starting to do them again, because I haven't got a clue what to do. I don't know, I wish things were different than this. It's like last year's been pretty crap, but I was bad before all that came along. I've had these problems forever, and anyway, I've probably ranted enough. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna go before the battery dies or something on this, and yeah. I've never truly got back up. That's the thing. And I've been down, and I've got up to the point where it's like the second I stand back up, there's somebody ready to punch me straight back down again, if that makes sense. I've not really ever truly got up. I don't know that if I keep trying to get up, it just doesn't really happen. Yeah. I'll have a chat with Mark when I'm done here. I'll send in a message. But yeah. Mark's got my number as well, I believe. If you want to offer him, by all means. Yeah. Anyway, I need to go because this laptop's going to die any second. I can see the battery's only on the last few percent on this. So, do you know, the big problem is I need some sort of meaning in life. I'm just going through the motions of life, but without purpose. Life is crap and hard to deal with, but most people have a reason to, and I don't. There's no special person in my life. I don't care for anybody. I'm just here. I try to be good, try to do things to try and keep people a bit entertained through all this crap that we've all been going through. I'm trying to be a damn decent person, and I know that there are people out there that tries to help me, but it's missing that little spark. It's like there's nothing there. All these. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Bye.